We're back, people, and today we're breaking on film on Jalen Ramsey, his first game as a Dolphin against the Patriots after the injury, and he looked so good. He looked elite, like right back into his form. His athleticism looked great out there. This interception is such a good play from an athletic standpoint, from a mental standpoint. He just made such a big impact. This play is actually insane. The rest of the game, he looked very, very good as well, but this interception was just on a different level, the type of play that he had over here. Honestly, could have possibly scored a touchdown if he cut it back, but that receiver made a pretty good play, Douglas. But great play from Ramsey. It's kind of tough to tell exactly what the call is, whether it's stuff, pack, or quads. Either way, they're playing quarters to the bottom of the screen. That's all we really need to know. Ramsey here looks like he's king 2-1, and he's playing in a quarter technique, and he carries up one long enough, and once the number one receiver starts to break to the inside, he passes this off. He gains depth, and he's basically just baiting Mac Jones to throw this right here. He's seeing it the whole way, but he wants to gain this depth just in case Parker works to the corner here, so he can take away that throw for sure. But once he sees Jones is able to take this, he flips his hips. Look how he's able to flip this. It's so impressive. That hip fluidity, transition skills is actually insane. He does this full turn, no wasted movement at all, to completely flip your hips, almost fully all the way around, past 180, and then gets the interception. That was the game-changing play, I think, in this game for this Dolphins defense. And the Dolphins defense played really well overall. I'll get to the rest of the defense for the rest of the week. I think a lot of the players played good, but Ramsey is the big difference maker for this team. They did have Ramsey play on the squat side, cover 2 side of cover 8 pretty often in this game. He played some quarters. He played a good mix. Like how they were using him solid all around. We're just going back to the start of the game, and then we'll go through in order. Another pretty solid play from Ramsey. Love the reroute at the line of scrimmage here. He's to the 3 receiver side. Reroute, slow down this play on a 3rd and 12. Gain some depth right here, just in case, anything works into this zone behind, and he can take away that throwing lane. And then get eyes back to the quarterback. See that they're throwing this back. Apple, he gets there to help Apple make this tackle. Going for, a big play. Ramsey just making good, smart football plays, being physical, being a part of the team. You can just see the whole difference that he can make out there in whatever coverage he's in. Ramsey right here at the top of the screen. Dolphins bringing pressure up front, playing quads behind it, and he gets to match up on a tight end. This is technically a target versus him, and he's just playing Henry. And you just see the patience. I like this usage. He had some matchups versus tight ends, and he's a pretty good player to get versus tight ends. He's got the size and athleticism to easily take those guys away in certain matchups. He's a very good matchup player because he can go versus receivers, tight ends, pretty much any type of receiver and tight end as well. And he matches this up pretty well. I mean, they're getting pressure up front. Mac Jones has to throw it away, but if it's thrown here, he's ready to break, and he's only, looks like there's some separation because he's going towards the ball late after the ball was thrown. Love what he brings to the secondary. Also, Kohu allowed Kohu to play in the slot, and he played so much better down there. Huge shout out, and I just feel like this defense will hit different levels with Holland back there, because the whole secondary played well in this game. Got to give everyone credit, but imagine this, how they could have played if it was Holland and Howard. Howard's gonna have so many more opportunities because Jones was scared to throw to Ramsey's side of the field if you look at his analytics, and Howard is gonna have a lot more opportunities to create some big turnovers. Ramsey also should have had a forced fumble, and he should have had another turnover caused here, but they weren't able to recover it. And he can just make an impact in so many different ways. He's a big hitter. He's physical. He's just a playmaker, dropping his shoulder, his weight into the ball to get this fumble against Zeke here too, who another solid player. It's pretty interesting because I think Zeke and Ramsey were taken back to back in the draft when I think they were in the same draft class if I remember correctly. And also look at this transition. He's working across the field with his receiver going down, and he's transitions so clean for a guy his size, coming off his injury to transition like this to get back out, get his leverage, break down. This is great tackling technique, staying square, matching the tempo of the running back, throw your weight into them, and you get that ball out. Unfortunately, Elliott does a great job. It's both Elliott's. I was talking about Zeke Elliott does a great job here. Deshaun Elliott is about to pick up the ball, and then Zeke knocks it out of his hand. So great play from him, after the fumble, heads up, but not great to fumble, but great heads up play after the fact. And Ramsey just is going to create so many more turnovers and big time plays like this that it's exactly what the defense needs. And the biggest thing with this game, the offense played almost 80 snaps, and the defense played 50-ish. And that's not happened all season long. Every single game has been defense more. This game, this big difference Ramsey's already making. Dolphins in sub 8 right here. He's playing as the cover 2 corner, but understanding situation, you can see how much depth he gains. You'd almost think it was quarters, but based on the safety, Jones is definitely playing deep half to this side, so he's definitely a flat defender here. Kohu's the hook, but it's 3rd and 16, so he gains a bunch of depth. Even if the running back works down to his side on the fly here, he knows just based on what 1 and 2 are doing, he can gain depth here. I like that he's not just covering grass. He's getting depth to help take away these throws if Jones was looking here, because now they're all in a very good position to take away. Kohu has this underneath taken away. Jones is in a good spot to get over the top of either his throw in this way, and Ramsey's in a good spot to take away the outside throws. And then they have to throw it underneath. They get pressure. The whole defense was working really well together in this one. This was right after the turnover because the Dolphins fumbled on that one, like right out of halftime. Like even then, like the Dolphins played so well on both sides of the ball, they could have like really bad turnovers or bad plays, and we're still fine in this game. It was never that close, even though it kind of got a little close towards the end. Like they had complete control. Dolphins, Ramsey's matched up here versus Parker, and look at his outside leverage. He has like, this is clearly a great call to beat this, and look at his closing speed right here. Like this should be open 100%. Jones isn't even looking at it, so it doesn't matter. But look how quick Ramsey's able to close on this. Closes that space in a step. This could still be completed for a touchdown if it's a good throw and thrown on time and stuff, but you can just see the athletic ability of Ramsey, even being completely out of position in a very tough spot, like tough ask, he still ends up giving himself a chance if that ball was thrown. I love Ramsey's football intelligence. Dolphins love to run quads down in the red zone. That's pretty much where they run quarters the most. They run a lot of cover 6, cover 8. When they get down on the like red zone area, they like to run their quads. Look at this heads up play. So Ramsey's on the backside of this 3x1. And usually when they're on the backside of a 3x1, you're running quarters, and you're playing in this technique, slight outside leverage, you're just playing man-to-man pretty much everywhere. The only way you don't play man-to-man is if he literally takes one step and works to the inside just on a cross like this, like shallow drag, shallow cross type play, and he does. So he carries him a little bit right here because he knows there's no space to cover. He's matched up here, and he knows now that he can pass this off to Baker. Sees that Baker can take that, so good, job from the defense. Baker taking this, and then Ramsey gaining depth. Jones isn't looking here and the pressure's coming, but this is just a smart play, not covering grass, finding the new number 3 from across the field to gain depth. If, say, like he had a little more time and Jones threw this here, Ramsey was in position to possibly even get an interception play on the ball. Like those are heads up play that, don't like matter technically because there was already a sack happening. But you can just see the future, sort of like what the future could hold with Ramsey with his heads-up playmaking and mental processing ability. This was like the only play Ramsey gave up in this game. They were in base here, and they're playing cover 6. He's in quarters to the bottom. They're playing cover 2 at the top, and he's versus a tight end. He has a natural outside leverage because they're attached to the line of scrimmage, and he does a decent job here. He almost closes. He just opens up a little too much. He takes his first step upfield like this and should have matched, and this tight end creates separation. He almost closes, which would have been an insane throw because this ball's thrown with pretty good timing. I mean, it's a little late. It's not Tua, but Jones throws it over the middle, and he closes and still almost makes a play. Like he touches the ball. It's just a little bit late. You can see like he's probably not even 100% healthy yet, and he's this close to making these plays. Like his ability is just going to grow as the season goes on, and then you're going to have most likely get more and more healthy with like Holland, things like Howard out there. This team has a lot of potential right now. I think going to the Chiefs game after the bye, especially after the bye, because they're going to get even more healthy on offense too. This team could really become, they're already one of the better teams in the NFL, but they could become like the clear top if it all works out. Last play that I'm break down here for Jalen Ramsey down in the red zone, just man-to-man on 83. I think that might be Jalen Reagor for the Patriots, but he just covers it. You can see him carrying this across the field. Not always the easiest ask, but you can just see him getting physical, good ability, like weaving, leverage to maintain exactly where he wants to be positioning-wise, and they're just rolling away from him. Also, really heads-up play from Kohu. I think Kohu played pretty great in this game. You can just see how much better he is down in the slot. He had multiple big plays. And that's another impact that Ramsey has. It allows Kohu to play his natural position. Even Eli Apple, like he didn't play great, but like he wasn't as bad. Like he has good coverage here as well. Everyone's playing great coverage across the board. And Ramsey probably with the toughest task from where this guy's positioned to carry this across the field and never gives up an even, an inch of separation. That's how valuable he can be to this team. He can play man, zone, all different types of match, technique-wise. He has a lot of versatility there. And he's only played one spot. Like, he only played right corner the whole game. There will be games where I'm sure he'll mix around, maybe even play the slot in certain games, maybe even play some safety once he gets more and more comfortable. Because he's supposed to be on a pitch count this game. So I think, once all the chains come off, they allow him to really unleash, play at full speed, never even supposed to have a pitch count. Jalen Ramsey will hit new levels. See you guys in another video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.